There's a moment, a quiet one, when you catch a woman looking at you a little longer than usual. Not because she wants something from you, but because something in her has already begun to shift. Something subtle. And if you're paying attention, not with anxious eyes but with a grounded heart, you'll feel it before she even speaks. This is where most men misread the room. They're trained to search for signs like a checklist, text back time, eye contact, a certain kind of laugh, but they miss the most important signal of all: presence. A woman's presence around you will change when she's genuinely into you. Not out of duty, not because she wants validation, but because your energy has started to reach her in ways she doesn't even fully understand yet. And that's where Stoicism comes in. Because without that inner stillness, without the calm that comes from mastering your reactions, you won't see it. You'll be too loud inside, too reactive, too busy proving yourself to notice when she's already offering you something far more powerful than words. Her attention, unforced and voluntary. Women aren't like us when it comes to expression. When a man is interested, he tends to go straight at the target, direct, clear, quick. But a woman's interest, when it's real, moves like water. It adapts, flows, surrounds you quietly. It's never loud, but it's always felt. You'll notice she starts finding reasons to be around you. She's not asking for anything outright, but she's close. She lingers. Her goodbye takes a little longer. Her hi comes with a smile that wasn't there before. You don't need to analyze every move she makes. You just need to stay rooted in yourself, in your observation. That's the Stoic way. You don't chase confirmation, you witness connection. Sometimes she won't even say much, but her energy, her focus, her openness around you, it changes. There's a kind of soft curiosity in her voice. Her eyes flicker with more life when you speak. Her body shifts slightly toward you, even when you're not saying anything profound. It's not performance, it's instinct. And the problem is, so many men interrupt that moment. They get excited. They lean in too far, too fast. They try to close the gap before it naturally deepens. But Stoicism teaches you patience. It teaches you to let attraction unfold on its own clock, not yours. It reminds you that what's meant for you doesn't require pressure, only presence. There's something elegant about a man who doesn't chase, but doesn't hide either. A man who can sit in silence with a woman and not feel the urge to fill it with noise. That man gives her space to feel, not just him, but herself. And that's rare. That's what makes her feel safe. You see, when a woman is into you, she won't always tell you with words, but she will show you in the small ways, in the way she listens, genuinely listens, in the way she remembers something you said weeks ago that you thought was insignificant, in the way she checks in when you're quiet, not because she's needy, but because she cares where your mind goes when you go still. And that care doesn't grow in shallow soil. It grows in the space between what you say and how you make her feel when you say nothing. That's the test. Can you be calm in her presence? Can you be secure enough in yourself not to demand her attention, but to receive it when it's freely given? Most men try to impress. Stoic men express through their actions, through their quiet consistency. You don't need to talk about your values when you live them, and women notice that. Not immediately, but over time it becomes undeniable. Your steadiness becomes her signal that she's safe being more feminine, more open, more playful, more real. It's not a trick. It's chemistry born out of calm. And then there's the way she includes you in her world. She starts opening windows into her thoughts, her memories, her plans, not all at once, but slowly. She begins inviting you into her emotional reality, not for validation, but for connection. That's sacred. You treat that space like a temple, not a playground, and that's what separates a man from a boy, the stoic from the performer. Because when you're not in a rush to win her, you start to appreciate the details, the tone of her voice when she talks about her childhood, The pause she takes before mentioning someone who hurt her, the sparkle in her eye when she talks about something that lights her up. You're not just hearing her, you're reading her, not with judgment, not with strategy, with presence. That's what makes you unforgettable. You become the man who doesn't need to be loud to be heard, the one who doesn't try to impress, but ends up being the most memorable person in the room. Why? Because your peace speaks louder than your words ever could, and women feel that deeply. She might touch you lightly, a casual hand on your arm, a brush against your side when she walks by. It's not dramatic, it's not always conscious, but it's there. A slow erosion of distance. She's not testing you, she's exploring safety. Does your energy hold when she gets close? Do you remain composed, respectful, grounded? Because if you do, she opens more. Not with everyone, just with you, because your presence is not demanding, it's inviting. She starts to show her playful side. Not because she's trying to seduce you, but because her guard is down, because she feels like she can be herself around you, not perform, not impress, just be. And that freedom is rare for women, especially around men. Most of them are too quick to turn things romantic, too quick to assume, too quick to expect. But when you're stoic, you're not performing a role, you're living your truth. And that truth gives her something to trust. There's a moment, and you'll know it when it happens, where she looks at you differently, not just with interest, but with curiosity, with respect, with a kind of soft wonder. It's not just about whether you're attractive. It's about whether you're real, whether you can hold her world without losing yours. And if you can, something begins, slowly, genuinely, not through strategy, through stillness. So if you're wondering whether a woman is into you, don't rush to ask. Don't look for obvious clues, just get quiet, get still, be where your feet are, listen deeper, feel without clinging. And most of all, stay true to who you are, with or without her attention. That's the paradox. The less you need the answer, the clearer it becomes. And that's the Stoic path, not detached but discerning, not indifferent but intentional. Because at the end of the day, the strongest form of attraction isn't about the game. It's about presence. It's about who you are when no one's watching. And when a woman feels that kind of man in her space, she doesn't just notice him, she remembers him. And not because he tried to stand out, but because he didn't try at all.